Hello, everyone. Good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Cedar Pro here. We're so glad to have you again on our screen. Now, today's topic promises to be an awesome topic, and you're going to learn a lot, and so much is just going to be released into you. So, if you've got someone you think needs to be here, quickly get them into this live broadcast. It's just going to be amazing, And remember, as always, we've got a special guest today, Mr. Anthony. Uh, he's one of the trainers and my business partner. He's going to be joining us very, very soon. So get ready for an awesome time. Now, the topic of today is how you can transition into the tech industry from any background. That's amazing. So you could be a lawyer, a nurse, healthcare assistant. Now, let me not even go too far. Healthcare assistant, you could be doing security somewhere, but this is an opportunity for you to know how you can transition into the tech industry. Now, the live stream will be starting very soon as our guests arrive. So stay tuned, get your cup of tea, cup of coffee, whatever you're going to be having, stick a pen, and then join us in this live broadcast. Now, if you've got any question you want to ask, you've got anything you want to share with us, you've got any thoughts, post it on the comment section, and there I'll bring it up for the guests to answer. Now, if you've got anything at all that you think, okay, well, what do I need to do? How do I go about it? You can always get us at cedarpro.com and then get in contact with us so that we can tell you what you need to do, how you need to go about it, and how you need to move into the industry. Because right now, if you are being taught, or if you're going to be, the discussion of today is going to be on how you can transition into the tech industry from any background or from anywhere you are right now, I think is one of the things that you need to get to know. So Mr. Anthony will be here very soon. And like I said, for Cedar Pro, a consultancy or training consultancy firm based in UK. And we are into training people on business analysis, project management, software testing, program manager, product owner, scrum master. So we do all sorts of training in helping people transition into the tech industry. Now, as we're waiting for the guest, please stay tuned and just relax. Okay, yeah, in order not to keep you waiting, while we are waiting for the guest, just a few questions already popping up, and people are asking, do I have to study a particular subject to get into the tech industry? What do I have to do? I have no background in the tech industry. I've always worked in one industry for a long time. Now I'm leaving that role to get into a different role. Somebody just asked about the money. How is the pay? I would have loved to start discussing about this, but I want our guest to come in, Mr. Anthony, so that you can get to know how to go about this, especially the one that asked that they've never worked in any industry before. Where do they start? How do they start? So Mr. Anthony is here now. So I'm going to bring him on air now so that he can talk to us about this. Mr. Anthony, so glad to have you here. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Mr. OG.
Thank you so much. We've been having questions popping up, but before I'll bring you in, if you can quickly introduce who we are and what we do, and then I'll start asking you the questions that people have just been sending in.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Oji, for having me. Guys, this is Cedar Pro, Cedar Professionals to be precise. We train individuals, groups, and organizations, but individuals specifically like yourself and myself, on what it takes to be successful employable, and more importantly, achieve their career and financial objectives. And we often say we are not theorists, we are practitioners in that industry, and we help people to know the practicalities of actually what it takes to be successful. So yeah, if you're in Cedar Pro, you're with Cedar Pro, we are always more than capable of being able to assist you. And I think today we have a very fantastic topic here, how to transition into tech without any background, without any experiences and whatnot. How do you transition? What exactly do you need to know? And how do you make that switch move? Yeah, so that's the topic for the day. So, OG, do you want me to fire on or?
I would have said you fire on, because one of the questions that somebody asked was that they have no prior background in tech.
Yeah.
They've always worked in one industry. Now, with the way the tech industry is booming, they want to move over. So I think that will tie up with that question that the person about before I'll ask the other question.
Fantastic. Okay, so if you have no background, well, I think the tech industry, like any other industry, anybody can get in there.
Yeah.
The most important thing is realizing that the employers are looking for people that can do the job, right? Not to downplay the importance of having some type of background, right? But you have to understand that recruiters are just they're just solving a problem that they have. And if you have as far as from their perception, when they're in an interview setting, you have that you can portray yourself in a way that you show you can do the job, you get a likable person, you can fit within the team, then they have no reason other than to give you that job. Of course, there's competition, and so you've got to stand up. But for anybody that doesn't have any prior experience, that's the point. You are transitioning into tech. You're going to move from, a different place to another place. I was talking to one of the students today, and he was in network rail, and he transitioned into business analysis and has gone on to work for, Department of Education, Defense, different big organizations. And he said one thing. He said that to transition, you have to be willing to learn. To transition, you have to be willing to learn. And this is where Cedar Pro comes in. Our job is really to facilitate that move for you by providing with you the roadmap, the clearly defined roadmap strategy, putting together that package of training and experiential elements that you need in order to make that transition. You don't need to have the certifications before you get into tech. You don't need to have the whatever, but you need to have experience. You need to be able to explain your experience. You need to be able to explain yourself in such a way that you actually communicate what is the requirement from the perspective of the recruiter. So no one needs anything. You don't need to have a degree. We've had people that come onto our program and they have all kinds of degrees, right? And they're still struggling to find a job because they can't explain to the recruiter precisely what is it that they know and how they can deliver a job. I've been on a panel where we're recruiting people, project managers, and people coming with PhDs and whatnot, and just can't explain to you what it is that they do. So if you have that fear that you have not been in that industry, you don't know what you're doing, the most important thing you have to realize is you need to understand that there is a roadmap. If you're going anywhere you have never been to, follow those people that have been there, follow what they are doing, understand precisely how you're getting in there. And then if you follow that roadmap, you definitely get there. 3 to 6 months, you should be able to get the necessary experience to go out there. But don't have any fear. It is something you haven't done, and the people that have done it will show you how to do it.
That's good. That's good. It leads me to the next question. Somebody just said, he said, how many years of experience do I need? Or how many months of experience do I need before I can quickly get into the industry?
Okay. Well, it's relative. It depends on what you're trying to do. It depends on what salary range you're going for and all that stuff. But the point is there's entry-level roles at any level, right? But here's the point. By the time you have a clear understanding of what it is that you are doing, you should be in a position where you can relate things in your life in such a way that you can be able to pick the experience from those places. A lot of the times, the problem is not that people don't have experience, it's that they don't know that what they have is actually experience. If you're a project manager, the idea that you have, you know, you have to be in an organizational setting and being paid salary before you can say you have 7 years of experience is just ridiculous. If you've been in a church setting where you've been a project manager in any capacity, you've been a leader of any capacity, if you've been in a voluntary organization, even at home, carrying out father, mother duties, these are all PM roles that you are conducting on a day-to-day basis. Of course, there are terminologies and templates and stuff that you don't necessarily have. But if you have that training, you should be able to easily go back into that experience and say, oh, this is what I was doing, this is what it is, and this is what it means. People have experiences. It's just they need somebody to open their eyes to see and say, okay, fine. This is how many years of experience I have. You can have 1 year and still get a role. You can have a few months and still get a role. You can have 10 years. You can do whatever it is. The point is, don't psych yourself and say, okay, I don't have the experience. You do. We will help you identify those experiences. Yeah, we will help you identify and then track back and know that those are actual real experiences and things that you did in the past. And they are all part of what you can put on your CV.
Beautiful. Just one more thing before I ask the next question. Guys, if anyone is out there, you're not following Cedar Pro on Facebook, please be a follow on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell notification so that whenever we come up like this with topics that will benefit you, not just for now, even in the future, you know that we're there. And if you're not following us on Instagram, on TikTok, please do, because we're always using all these platforms so that it will benefit you. Just a quick one, Mr. Anthony, going to the next question. There's somebody here who said she's a nurse. How is she going to use the knowledge that she have as a nurse into the role of a project manager?
Okay, and that's a very good question. That's a very, very good question. As a nurse, there are what we call transferable skills, right? There are what we call transferable skills, and these transferable skills are something that in every industry you're going to get. So how you deal with patients, how you engage different stakeholders, how you conduct meetings, how you support the staff, the team members, etc., etc. These are all transferable skills. In fact, when we had our session with one of the Scrum Masters, we realized that even to be a very good Scrum Master, the number one skills you need, in addition to the Scrum Master skill and training, is to be somebody that has good communication and interpersonal skills. These are all transferable skills. These are things that even if you're given the opportunity to give evidence and scenarios, if you draw from your nursing background, if you draw from your hospital experiences, maybe not using those particular languages like hospital or this, but I was in this environment, I was in this culture, and this was a particular challenge that we faced. The client, you can rephrase those things in such a way that it doesn't necessarily communicate a nursing background, but you are drawing those qualities, as it were, from that angle and just being able to communicate it. And this is something that people have to realize that it's doable. You know, the more we do this, Mr. Oji, is the more time we do it, I think the more time is done, the more you realize that people just either they are not seeing that they have all that they require to actually get into this potential. Yeah, because the truth is all that you have is all you need. If you are coming from what is it called? Let's assume you are even a security person.
Yeah.
Security face different challenges all the time. You have to deal with people. You have to open doors. You have to do this. There are transferable things. You may not necessarily quote security and say, okay, I was a security person, but as an official of so and so, even the language that you're using, I was faced with a difficult client who wanted access to a particular domain, and I was told no. That you haven't said they wanted to come in and you wanted to open the door, and you've rephrased it in such a way that now transferable skills are now being used in that environment. So if you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, if you're a carer, you have what it takes. You just need to know how to, explain it in such a way that it communicates those transferable skills. And particularly for nurses, they just need to realize that industry, because of the fact that they have that experience in that industry, when they pick up the business analyst skills, when they pick up the project management skills, they can go back into that industry and they have that domain knowledge, as it were, to actually back up what they are doing and be able to work for. Because if you are building a software, for example, for nurses, and you are coming as a nurse, now you understand what nurses go through. in that environment, you can be able to help them in that sense. So on every level, they are going to win. On every level, they're going to win.
Yeah. Very
Absolutely.
Good. Somebody just asked a question here. He said she has gone for other trainings before.
Yes.
And they sold the training to her, but it didn't benefit her. He said, what's the difference between Cedar Pro and every other training organization?
You know, I was saying it today. We don't give up on people. Mr. Oji, we were talking about it today. We don't give up on people. We don't give up on people at all.
We don't.
If you haven't gotten a job, you are still on our list of people to contact you consistently. What can we do at any point in time to ensure that you get the job? You know, it is something that we don't give up on you. You become part of the family. Maybe momentarily you're facing challenges. We are going to support you. It's only a matter of time where we will link you to one or two things. We will have another conversation with you. We are doing everything all the time to ensure that you are put back into the system, to ensure that you have the tools to actually push yourself out there. You know, we don't give up on anybody. Okay. You don't pay us money and then we finish and you go. No. In fact, for you to remove yourself from us, you know, we don't give up.
Very good.
Sometimes we go through different abuses. We are faced with all kinds of students, but still they come to us and then. You know, we are talking about this. The same students that are abusing you are the ones that are going to come to you and say, I want reference.
That's it.
You know, so we don't give up on the students.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my. Yeah. We don't give up on people.
And they don't have shame. They don't have shame.
Yeah, I know. The thing about it is that people in this country, based on the culture of the country, you might live in a house and not even know your neighbor's name. And getting somebody who is ready to support you in achieving the role you want to achieve is a plus. So coming to join us, do your training with us. We don't give up on you. You go very far.
Yeah.
Somebody asked a question here. Said, I live in Nigeria. Okay, I'll group like 3 or 4 questions together. I said, I live in Nigeria. I live in Nigeria. One of them says, I study in Ghana. Another one is saying, I'm in South Africa. Can I do this course with your team? And what benefit will it be for me?
Oh, absolutely. We have students from every part of the world. I mean, at this point, Africa is one of the places where we have students from South Africa. We have students currently on the course. We have students in Canada. We have students in any part of the world you can think of. And so, you know, any part of the world. I mean, my thing is, if you get the training and then the understanding that we bring to you, wherever you are, you should be able to dominate and rule in that environment, quite honestly. So, yes, we have precedent already. So there's no, all our trainings are online, you know, whatever we do it online. So you're not restricted by any means necessary to actually participate if you want to, you know. So that's pretty much it, really. Yeah, you can participate from any part of the world. We already have students doing that.
Brilliant. That's good.
Yeah.
One more question, you know. He said, okay, in fact, 2 more questions. One of them said, in this industry, she's been hearing that people work remotely. How true is that?
How true? Very true. Very, very true. I mean, we myself and Mr. Oji are in the industry on different contracts and different works and different things that we do. And then we conduct the training. I mean, there's no way we can do this if we were actually not working remotely. But, you know, a lot of organizations typically have a hybrid. let me give you a story. So I spoke to one of my contracts. My manager called me and said they want to offer me a permanent role so that I can come into the office. I looked at his streets and I said, oh God, take that contract too. I don't want it. So I noticed that they extended my contract to, I think, March. So he had a meeting with me last week and we were talking and he was like, no, he can't. He didn't. So I said, no worry, take this. I'm not bothered. So today he's talking to me. He's like, you know, in April, we're going to be doing this, and this. And you know, you're going to be doing, I said, but my contract ends in March now. Why are you discussing April conversation with me? You know, so, but I'm working remotely. I'm working remotely, you know, and and other people there in the organization. I was having that conversation with a gentleman who works there, and he will be going in the office. And I said, look, you have to understand that if you choose that you want to work remotely with these people, they will give you that opportunity. But first, you've got to prove yourself, right? You've got to prove yourself. You have to go into the office. Your work has to speak for itself. They need to know that this person, if we leave him or her on their own, they will go. Secondly, they can't be trusted. They're going to do the job. They're going to make sure that everything's done, So these are the kind of things you have, staff members that will barge here and there to try and see why are you the only person that are treated a little bit, whatever. But if they can see your work and they can really know that you're a valuable member of the team, working remotely is not a problem. Then there are many remote jobs. A lot of the times they start with hybrid. My brother started on a product manager job on a hybrid basis. He hardly goes to the office. In fact, sometimes we'll be in Turkey and he'll be sending emails. You'll be working from any part of the world, So there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities out there. A student of ours has gone for an interview, went for an interview yesterday. The company is based in South Africa, and they told him it's going to be a remote job, So, and there are people in South Africa who are looking for that same job. In fact, now that you've mentioned it to me, I need to call one of the students and ask her why that job is not something that she got.
She got, that's good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Good. Beautiful. Yeah. One last question. The person said, how's the pay?
How's the pay?
Pay
is good. Pay is good. Packages are good. There's a student that has an interview tomorrow. Starting salary, Agile PM is 60K. So it's not a bad pay at all for starting salary for Agile PM. And her experiences is quite solid as well. But you could start from as a newbie, anything 45K and above is a starting. But then if you're ready for good money, 6 figures, 7 figures, definitely, going into contracting is one of the best ways to actually get this done. So the money is up to you. How far you want to go and what you want to do, really. Yeah.
That's good.
That's
good. Now, anybody listening to us out there, so many information has been given to you, so many things has been said, but the information will not be of any use to you if you don't take action. So registration is currently ongoing for the next training class. Call to take advantage of the 50% discount. The whole of this February to the 28th of February, there's a 50% discount for anyone that will call between now and tomorrow midnight. Now, let me tell you how it works. When I say between now and tomorrow midnight, or between now and tomorrow 9:31, call and say YouTube 50. YouTube 50. Write it down. It's YouTube and then 50. And just say, I watched you on YouTube. I saw the video. I'm calling to take advantage of the 50% discount. Because the thing about it is that you might have heard how much you can transition to the tech industry, how to work. We'll prepare you for the interview. We look at your CV. They will help you work on the CV. We'll help you see how your LinkedIn profile is going. We train you. You get the practical hands-on experience. You get reference from us for working for us for that 3 months, So what else do you need? But you've got to take the step. If you don't take the step, there's no miracle that's going to happen. So you've got to make the miracle happen. So
absolutely.
The man at the foot of Bethesda, he was lying there for many years. Jesus said, get up and walk. If he didn't get up and walk, his story would have been he died there.
Exactly.
So take the step. Call the numbers that will be showing on the screen or going through our description. Find us, Cedar Pro. Send us an email, send us a text message, leave a comment, and we'll get in contact with you. Mr. Anthony, any last word for somebody out there?
Yeah, get in contact with us, guys. It's getting much better with what we're doing. We are providing a lot of value. Like you said, we don't give up on you. We really don't give up on you when you are with us. We're committed to your success to the very end. So just get in contact. Get in contact with us. Thank you.
Yeah, so we'll be seeing you again tomorrow. We'll be in Clubhouse tomorrow. Now, like I said before, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe. and then leave a comment about this video. Leave a comment about it. Did it benefit you? What did you gain from it? What question do you have? Leave a comment there, and then hit the bell notification. If you don't hit the bell notification, when we are on air, you won't know. And if you're not following us on Clubhouse, please do follow us on Clubhouse. If you're on Instagram, please do follow us too on Instagram. You know, in fact, follow us on all our social media handles so that whenever we are on, you can always come in. You see, sometimes students call us on the phone and say, I got your details and I called. They don't get advantage of the 50% discount. The 50% discount is for those that are watching. That's why we said YouTube 50. Those watching that will take advantage of the 50% discount between now and tomorrow. Now you might say, but I don't really have that money to pay. We can work out a system for you to pay. Somebody just left a comment now. Chigozie Sylvia Odigie, interesting. Thank you so much, Chigozie. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now take advantage of this offer. You see, before I'll close, I'll just say this. I was watching a program on AI and how AI is selecting ethnic minority, you know, but the case is in the court now and they are fighting against it. Somebody will be wondering, man, why are we saying all this? We want as much people as we can help into the tech industry so that you better your life, better your children's life. That's why this topic that we did today. So it does not matter where you are, whether you're a nurse, you're a security person, wherever you are, doorman, person selling on the kiosk, wherever you are, we can help you get into that industry with or without any degree. We can help you. So Chigozie, get in contact with us and let us see how we can help you. And thank you so much, everyone. It's been a great time. Mr. Anthony, I want to say thank you so much for helping us look at those questions and answering those questions and making those people know that, yeah, anything is possible. We'll be seeing you tomorrow in Clubhouse. My name is Oji, and Mr. Anthony, thank you so much. Always a great time to be with you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. You too.
See
bye,
you
bye,
tomorrow
bye.
at Clubhouse. Bye.